Imagine this, in those tender first years of life, when the world is a whirlwind of new sensations and faces. A child's emotional world hinges on one profound connection, a deep, unbreakable bond with their primary caregiver. This is the heart of attachment theory, a groundbreaking idea that reshapes how we understand human development. Pioneered by psychologists like John Bowlby and Mary Ainsworth, it posits that a strong emotional and physical tie to that one key figure, usually a parent, lays the foundation for everything, from our sense of security to our ability to thrive in relationships. When that bond is solid and nurturing, we grow up feeling like the world is a playground worth exploring. We venture out boldly, knowing there's always a safe harbor waiting a warm embrace, a reassuring smile to pull us back when things get overwhelming. But if that connection falters, if it's inconsistent or fraught with fear, we end up insecurely attached, viewing the world through a lens of caution and doubt. Every step away feels like a risk, every return uncertain, leaving us tethered by anxiety rather than trust. Securely attached individuals? They're the lucky ones, wired for connection. They trust others effortlessly, form deep bonds, and navigate life's ups and downs with resilience. Studies show they're more likely to excel in school, build lasting friendships, and even climb career ladders with optimism. Insecure attachment, on the other hand, casts a longer shadow. It breeds mistrust, stunts social skills, and makes relationships feel like minefields. There are three main flavors of insecurity. Anxious ambivalent, where you crave closeness, but fear abandonment, leading to clingy emotional roller coasters. Anxious avoidant, where you pull away to protect yourself, bottling up feelings and keeping everyone at arm's length. And anxious disorganized, the most chaotic born from fear of the very people meant to protect you, resulting in confusion and withdrawal. The first three respond to stress in predictable, organized ways, even if they're flawed, while the disorganized type spirals into unpredictability, a red flag for deeper trauma. To bring this to life, picture the Smith family, loving parents Mr. and Mrs. Smith raising 4 kids, Luca, Anne, Joe, and baby Amy in a home filled with cuddles, eye contact, and endless warmth. Life's idyllic until tragedy strikes. Mr. Smith falls gravely ill and passes away, shattering their world. Mrs. Smith, now a widow, juggles grueling workdays with single parenthood, an impossible balancing act that ripples through her children as budding attachments in profoundly different ways, depending on their ages and circumstances. Take 6-year-old Luca. At that age, his brain is mostly wired, his personality sturdy, his worldview already etched with security from years of steady love. The loss hurts, but Mom's still there, his rock, his safe haven. He adapts, heads to school with confidence, and grows into a trusting, optimistic young man. His self-image? Glowing positive. Secure attachment intact. He's primed for success. Then there's 3-year-old Anne, caught in the storm's eye. With Mom stretched thin, attention becomes scarce and unpredictable. One-moment hugs, the next rush of goodbyes. To Anne, this feels like rejection, igniting deep anxiety about their bond. She amps up her emotions, screaming for notice. And when Mom finally responds with that familiar warmth, Anne flips to ambivalence, hiding her true feelings behind mood swings. Fast forward, and adults see her as unpredictable or moody, a label that sticks because her self-image is dimmed, laced with doubt. Classic anxious ambivalent attachment. Desperate for love, terrified it'll vanish. 2-year-old Joe fares differently. Shuttled to his uncle's care, a kind man, but one who equates tough love with good parenting. When Joe gets too emotional or noisy, Uncle's stern, sometimes punitive, turning playtime into a fear factory. Little Joe internalizes the lesson. Hide your heart to dodge the dread. He suppresses feelings across the board, building walls that persist into adulthood. Relationships? They scare him off. His self-view? A harsh negative mirror. Anxious avoidant to the core independent on the surface, isolated underneath. And sweet 1-year-old Amy, packed off to a nursery where overworked, undertrained staff swing from neglect to outright abuse. The people she turns to for solace become sources of terror, a cruel paradox that shreds her fledgling sense of safety. Fear without comfort breeds disorganization. She dodges social bonds altogether, convinced she's unlovable. As an adult, that negative self-image festers, fueling avoidance and self-sabotage. Anxious disorganized attachment, a fractured blueprint for love. These early bonds form when we're too tiny to voice our fears, trapping stress inside like a pressure cooker. Enter the adrenal glands, perched atop our kidneys, pumping out adrenaline and cortisol, the fight-or-flight duo that spikes heart rates, hikes blood pressure, and sharpens focus. Once in a while? No big deal. But chronic hits? That's toxic stress, a stealth saboteur. It rewires a child's developing brain, dulling emotional regulation and weakening immunity. Worse, in utero or infancy, it can flip gene expressions, echoing health woes like chronic illness decades later. Attachment disruptions don't just sting the heart, they etch biology. How do we spot these styles early? Enter the strange situation. Ainsworth's Genius Lab setup. At around 1-year-old, a child and mom play in a room for a bit pure bliss. Then mom exits, leaving the tot solo. A stranger pops in, heightening the weirdness. The clincher? Mom's return. Secure kids light up. Hugs, quick calm, back to toys. Anxious ambivalent ones wail inconsolably or lash out in mixed signals. Avoidants play it cool, ignoring mom to mask the hurt. Disorganized? Frozen stares, odd postures, fear, etched in tiny movements. It's a snapshot, but it predicts so much. The ripple effects? Chillingly real. At the University of Minnesota, researchers nailed high school dropout risks with 77%. Accuracy just from age 3 attachment assessments. Secure kids stayed the course, insecure ones stumbled. Harvard's even longer view. Undergrads rated parental closeness in the 1950s. 35 years on, 91% of those with cold mom ties battled major health bombshells, heart disease, hypertension, alcoholism. Warm bonds? Only 45% hit that wall. Attachment isn't fluff. It's a health oracle. Why obsess over these formative years? They're the launch pad. A securely attached 2-year-old charms kindergarten playmates, cementing optimism with each high five. That snowballs? Solid school ties, college crews, workplace wins? Insecure kids? They sideline themselves, missing the feedback loop that builds relational muscle. As Bowlby wisely put it, what cannot be communicated to the mother cannot be communicated to the self. Insecure souls often grapple with self-understanding, their inner worlds foggy. Healing means time traveling back, unpacking those first fears to rewrite the script. So as we wrap this eye-opener, remember, attachment isn't destiny, but it's a damn powerful start. Whether you're a parent cradling a newborn or an adult untangling old knots, nurturing those bonds through presence, attunement, and repair unlocks worlds. If the Smiths teach us anything, it's that even in chaos, small consistencies can anchor a child's spirit. Dive into your own story. Where did your safe base lie? Thanks for tuning in. We hope this sparked reflection and a deeper empathy for the tiny hearts shaping our big world. Like, subscribe, share your attachment tailies below, and we'll catch you next time for more mind-bending psych insights. Stay connected, stay secure.